Stop. Before you take your next bite of steak, you need to hear this. That juicy, tender piece of meat sitting on your plate might not be what you think it is. Behind the shiny supermarket packaging, fancy labels, and British quality claims lies a dark truth most people never question. Some UK steak brands are cutting corners, selling low-quality meat, using misleading labels, and in some cases, putting profits before your health. And the worst part, millions of people eat these steaks every week without knowing what they're really consuming. Today, we expose 7 UK steak brands you must avoid, not because of rumors, but because of real issues like poor meat quality, excessive processing, misleading marketing, questionable sourcing, health and safety concerns. This is not fear-mongering. This is information that can protect you and your family. So sit back, watch till the end, and never look at supermarket steak the same way again. Section 1. Why some UK steak brands are a PROB. Let's be clear. Not all UK steak is bad. Britain has some of the best farmers and butchers in the world. But big brands selling mass-produced steak often face one major problem. They prioritize profit over quality to keep prices low and shelves full. Some brands use older cattle, import meat, and relabel it as British style. Inject steaks with water and additives, cut meat poorly to hide flaws, use misleading terms like farm fresh or premium. To the average shopper, it all looks fine. But once you understand how the system works, the red flags become impossible to ignore. Section 2. Brand number 1 you should avoid. Brand number 1, budget supermarket. On-label steaks found in discount supermarkets. These steaks are popular for one reason only. They're cheap, but here's what you're not told. Hidden problems, often made from low-grade cuts. Meat may come from older animals. Texture is tough and chewy, frequently pumped with water. Shrinks massively when cooked. You've probably experienced this. You place a thick steak in the pan. 5 minutes later, it's swimming in liquid and half the size. That's not normal. That's a sign of excess moisture and processing. Why this matters if a processed steak loses natural nutrients, has poor taste, can upset digestion, leaves you feeling unsatisfied. Steak ends up costing more because you get less nutrition and less enjoyment. Section 3. Brand number 2. You must think twice about. Brand number 2. Pre-marinated supermarket steaks. These are the steaks soaked in sauces, spices, or special blends. Sounds convenient, right? But this is one of the biggest tricks in the meat industry. The truth: marinade often hides bad quality, meat strong flavors, mask unpleasant smells, high levels of salt and sugar. Artificial preservatives used to extend shelf life. If the steak was truly high quality, it wouldn't need drowning in sauce. Health concerns: excess sodium gives blood pressure risk, sugar gives inflammation, additives gives digestive issues. What looks like a flavor upgrade is often damage control. Section 4. Brand number 3 that raises serious questions. Brand number 3. Mass-produced luxury steak ranges. These are the steaks marketed as finest extra special butcher's choice. They cost more, so people assume they're better. But price doesn't always mean quality. What investigations show: same suppliers as cheaper ranges, better packaging, not better meat, inconsistent texture, over-aged steaks to improve tenderness. Artificially, some steaks are aged too long to compensate for poor natural quality, affecting taste and freshness. You're paying for the label, not the cow. Section 5. How to spot a bad steak. Very important. Before we continue, here's how you can protect yourself. Red flags to watch for: excess liquid in packaging, strong smell when opened, very soft or mushy texture, perfect red color, can indicate gas treatment, vague sourcing information. A good steak should smell neutral, feel firm, not rubbery, shrink minimally when cooked, have clear origin labeling. This knowledge alone can save you money and protect your health. Section 6. Why this issue is getting worse. Demand for steak is rising, but farming costs are increasing, supply chains are under pressure, supermarkets want constant availabilities. What happens? Quality drops. Silently, consumers rarely complain, because they don't know what good steak should taste like anymore. And that's exactly what some brands rely on. Brand number 4. Steaks with confusing origin labels. These are the steaks that look British, but when you read the label carefully, things get very unclear. You'll often see phrases like packed in the UK, prepared in Britain, British style steak. Sounds fine, right? WRONG. The hidden truth: The cow may be raised outside the UK, slaughtered in another country, only packaged locally. This isn't illegal, but it is misleading. Many shoppers believe they're supporting British farmers, when in reality, the meat has traveled thousands of miles. Why this matters? Longer transport equals less freshness, higher chance of freezing and thawing, greater risk of texture damage, lower animal welfare standards, in some regions freshness and quality drop every step the meat travels. Section 8. Brand number 5. Steaks that look too perfect. Brand number 5. Gas-treated supermarket steaks. Have you ever seen a steak that looks bright red, perfectly colored, almost glowing? That's not natural. What's really happening? Some steaks are treated with modified atmosphere packaging map. Gases too. Keep meat looking red longer, delay browning, extend shelf life. Steak may look fresh, but appearance does not equal quality. The risk: meat may already be aging internally, flavor deteriorates, texture suffers, consumers are tricked into buying older meat. Your eyes are being fooled. A truly fresh steak doesn't need chemical help to look good. Section 9. Brand number 6. Ultra-thin value steaks. Brand number 6. Paper-thin, value steaks. These steaks are often sold in multi-packs, very thin cuts, low price, quick cook labels, but thin steaks are often used to hide flaws. Why thin steak is a warning. Tough cuts sliced thin to seem tender, uneven muscle fibers, poor marbling, dry texture. When cooked they cook fast, but they also lose moisture instantly. You end up chewing, not enjoying. Reality check. A good steak doesn't need to be thin to be edible. Thickness usually means better cut, better animal, better care. Section 10. Brand number 7. Online bargain steak boxes. Brand number 7. Extremely cheap online steak deals, social media ads, promise. Restaurant quality steak, huge discounts. Luxury delivered to your door, but many of these deals are too good to be true. Common complaints: steaks arrive partially thawed, poor insulation, unclear sourcing, inconsistent cuts, tough, flavorless meats. Some boxers rely on bulk frozen imports, cut cheaply and marketed aggressively. Once cooked, the illusion disappears. Section 11. The biggest steak myth people, BLIFILS, destroy. One dangerous myth: if it's sold in a UK supermarket, it must be good. Supermarkets prioritize shelf life, need consistency, serve millions of customers, focus on logistics, not flavor. Quality meat doesn't scale easily. That's why the best steaks rarely come from massive supply chains. Section 12. How bad steak affects your health. Steak isn't just disappointing, it can be harmful. Possible effects: digestive discomfort, inflammation, excess sodium intake, poor protein absorption. Reduced nutritional value: when meat quality drops, your body pays the price. Food isn't just fuel, it's information for your body. Section 13. Why people keep buying these brands. So why do these brands still dominate shelves? Simple reasons: convenience, habit, misleading marketing, busy lifestyles, lack of awareness. People don't buy bad steak on purpose. They buy it because they don't know better. And now, you do. Now that you know what to avoid, let's talk about what actually matters when buying steak. Because good steak doesn't require luck, it requires knowledge. Rule number 1. Look for clear origin. Labels. A quality steak will clearly state where the animal was raised, where it was slaughtered, where it was processed. If the label feels vague, walk away. Transparency is confidence. Rule number 2. Check the texture, not just the color. Forget bright red marketing. A good steak should feel firm but springy, not leak excess liquid, have natural marbling, look slightly darker, not glowing. Nature isn't neon. Rule number 3. Thickness is your friend. Thicker steaks cook more evenly, stay juicy, come from better cuts. If it's too thin to hold moisture, it's too thin to be great. Section 15. Supermarket versus butcher. The real difference. See, let's be honest. Supermarkets, massive volume, long shelf life, standardized taste, logistics first approach. Local butchers, smaller batches, fresher meat, honest advice, custom cuts, direct sourcing. A butcher's reputation depends on every cut they sell. A supermarket relies on branding. Section 16. Questions smart buyers ask BUTCHRs. What professionals ask, and you can too. When was this cut? Where was the animal raised? Is this dry-aged or fresh? Which cut would you take home? A good butcher will answer proudly. If they hesitate, that's your answer. Section 17. Is expensive steak always better? Short answer, no. Price doesn't guarantee quality. What matters more? Cut handling, aging, storage, cooking methods. Some affordable cuts, when chosen wisely, can beat overpriced luxury steaks easily. Knowledge beats money every time. Section 18. Best affordable steak cuts. Most people ignore. You don't need ribeye every time. Hidden gems include flat iron bavette onglet, rump properly aged. Chuck eye, these cuts offer big flavor, good texture, lower prices. Less marketing. High restaurants know this. Now you do too. Section 19. How cooking can ruin or save a steak. Half and good steak can be destroyed. Common mistakes. Overcooking, no resting time. Cook